one Saturday morning.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I know you couldn't get the new Buddy doll, but I'm sure the new Tyrone doll's just as good. Okay. Big package. This thing's kind of heavy. Good. All right. Let's see how to turn this thing on. It looks kind of crazy, but just press the on button. Imprinting. Imprinting. Hey.
Hi. What's your name?
Oh, this is weird. Jamal.
Hi, Jamal. We're gonna be best friends. What's my name?
It says Tyrone here on the box, so I guess Tyrone.
Did you say Chucky?
Chuck? No, I said Tyrone. How you get Chucky out of Tyrone?
Sing a
I knew
song.
my mom got me a busted ass. What did you just say?
You are my buddy until the end.
Like I told you.
More than my buddy, you're my best friend.
Oh, okay, yeah, I read about this in the manual. I'll be right back. Chuck, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Stay right
Are we
there.
having fun yet?
Oh yeah, Chuck, we're about to have lots of fun. Come here, Chuck. Get your little chip.
I'm ready for fun. Andy. Hey. We're best friends. Andy. Hey. Andy. Robot Jesus.
Go on somewhere. Not in my house. Man, possess toys. Whew. Should probably play this for like I told her to. Trying to play Fortnite. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? This is your boy Chuck Taylor here with the Color Commentaries crew. We are here to review Child's Play, the new Chucky movie. And as you know us, as we give you views from a different side, let's get ready to go. I'm here with KFH Party Easy, and I'm ready to talk about Chucky. I think I have a co-host. I didn't stump him out too much. Chucky, you still there?
I'm ready as well.
I mean, Tyrone.
I heard you call on the phone, so I came on back. Yes, of course, this is Rashad Waters, owner and founder of Block Band Music and Publishing, a company that gives you music and instruments from marching bands across the nation. Let's get into it. So let's go ahead and do that spoiler review for Child's Play. It's on you. I mean, non-spoiler review. Look at that. Now we got to go back and make some edits, right?
Definitely.
I got wrong words, Chuck. I got wrong words.
Wrong words. All
right, Chuck, what are your non-spoiler feelings about this movie?
Non-spoiler. So Child's Play, I wasn't necessarily a big fan of Chucky in the past. So, I mean, it was always funny to me. This movie, to me, I actually liked it. I thought they did a pretty good job on it. Chucky was creepy with his little songs. I like how they, well, I guess I can't give too much details, but I like how they take Chucky from the past, the way he was in the past. They kind of updated him for this generation.
Right.
So they do a good job with how we can, like, okay, I see how we can try to actually get a Chucky, right now, because, the way they bring him to 2019 was pretty cool. I thought that the family and all the different, I guess, distractions that they had to kind of allow Chucky to, become as evil as he is, was pretty good. I enjoyed the whole back and forth with the mom and the son, and then people not necessarily, most people don't believe kids anyway when they tell them something. So kind of having that whole interaction that, the son feels like he's, all by himself and nobody really believes him. So I enjoyed seeing that play out in the movie. And can you stop doing that? We're done with the skit. All right, Tyrone. Don't make me get the bat again. All right. Yeah, see until now. Anyway. So, but all in all, I thought it was a pretty good movie. It wasn't really scary. So I don't know if like maybe you just want it to be like horror, like the Annabelle movies and some of these other the demon possessed toy movies that come out. It's not like that. It has, I guess, it has a good plot, good story. It's not too complex. I don't really think it's that. It has some gore in it. The gore is definitely probably the thing that pushes it over to the rated R. Other than that, to me, I kind of thought it was probably more PG-13. And most of it, there's nothing really in there that keeps it R to me outside of the gore. But the gore is pretty good. I'm not gonna say they have some good parts in there. I was like, oh, well, that's like the old Chucky movies right there. So, and those Jason, Freddy Krueger movies, you definitely can see that embodied into this movie. So I think they did a good job, kind of remaking it, bringing it out for today's age. They could probably do a nice run with some Chucky movie sequels with this one. I thought it did a pretty good job. Hopefully, it does well in the box office, that we can continue to get more Chucky movies. What about you?
Yeah, man, I agree completely with that. The movie was a lot of fun. That's the main thing, the main feeling that I left out of the movie theater with. Like, that was like really fun. Like, it was a great little roller coaster ride. It's a great use of, a couple hours during your weekday. I'm kind of really disappointed by how little money it made during the when it came out, but it was competing against Toy Story. So it made for them kind of, their advertising was going after Toy Story so hard, but they made like a tenth of the money that Toy Story made. Like, it was.
What was it? I didn't even check it out.
They made like 14 million, and Toy Story made like about 140 million or something like that. So yeah, they got trounced. But hopefully, as more people see it, they'll enjoy it, because I loved it, man. It was so fun. I really like you said, how they updated it for the 2019s, and I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get into our spoiler review. Yeah, it wasn't scary, but again, no, scary movies don't scare me at all, so I'm not really good to judge. I just want to see gore and violence and things that's going to entertain me, because I have a sick mind. And it did that. It definitely did that. It seemed like it was going downhill for a second, but then it did. And I really appreciate a lot of the twists that they did. So, I mean, this year has been a really good year for horror movies so far. I mean, Pet Sematary aside, Pet Sematary was decent at best, but when you look at it, what you say? I didn't say it was bad.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad. It was just decent at best. But when you compare it to, I think this movie fits in well with Us and what's the other one? Brightburn. Like, I think that was, it's been a very good year for horror movies based off of those.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, cool. So, hey, if you guys have not seen this movie yet, you need to make sure you go ahead and watch it. Spend the money so we can get some more. Mark Hamill plays Chucky, and he does a fantastic job of it. And we need to get some more Mark Hamill playing Chucky, because he made that role his own. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get into this spoiler review. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Go watch it. For the rest of us, spoilers.
Really?
All right, Tyrone? Yeah, I'm ready. Better call Tyrone. All right. What do you think? What's your spoiler review of Child's Play 2019?
Oh, well, to me, first of all, just to let you know, if you have a thing with animals getting messed up, that happens in this movie. So, I'm sorry for you animal lovers. But yeah, I enjoyed. I mean, just the whole start at the beginning, like they basically updated, like we said, to 2019. They gave him a database and microchips and everything else. He could sync up with your phones, with your TVs. He was basically your buddy system. So anything you can do, it will sync to the cloud. So I like how they updated all of that. I'm like, okay, now I can actually see, an evil, like an Ultron type of thing happening.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got a learning system that can learn. And somebody makes a mistake here, it could go bad for everybody, and that's what happened. We have the issue when in the manufacturer, we have a crazy person that has bad life and will kill himself, but he takes a bunch of protocols off of this Chucky doll, and that makes him go kind of crazy. So he's learning and seeing stuff. Well, never mind, he said that he didn't go crazy by himself. as a part of his environment, he went crazy. So it lets you kind of understand how Chucky got to where he was. But I I enjoy how he was definitely scary, as like just thinking about a little dog like sitting down staring at you in the kitchen, like he's just on top of the counter just looking at you, like, and then running away, getting up. He's in the cabinet one minute, busts through the cabinet, he's out running all over the house, and yeah, that was a little freaky. I wouldn't like. I've been walking around with a bat looking to break that thing. I don't want no toy that can move and talk and learn like that. That makes no sense to me. Like, that's not a buddy to me. What you say?
I said, you know.
So having Chucky, at first when I first saw him, I thought he looked kind of stupid to me on like the art and the posters and stuff. I'm like, he doesn't look like Chucky. That's scary. But then when they actually got him doing his facial expressions and how menacing he looked, I'm like, okay, that's a freaky, scary little dog. Yes. The one of the scenes, just to kind of touch on that, was when the little boy first, I think it might have been the first day he had him open, and he went to bed, and he woke up, and Chucky was like just staring at him. Is it time to play yet? I'm like, oh gosh, I would have freaked out right there. I'm like, nope, you ain't. I'm turning you off right now. Where the off switch? Because he just stood there and stared at him with big blue eyes. So that whole they made him creepy in that way.
You know, Chucky. I don't know what to call you, but I'll call you Chucky. You know what? That's one thing I hadn't even thought about. Like, yeah, I thought about smashing the doll, but why didn't anybody just cut the doll off? Like, literally, if there's an on button, there's got to be an off button.
There's got to be an off switch. Everything has an on and off switch. I'm like, yeah, I mean, just click that sucker off. I'm like, and leave him, throw him in the closet, get rid of him. One. So,
like, not one time in the entire movie did anybody reach for an off button. Like, they tried to pull his battery out, but nobody's not even one time did they say, is there an off button? Like, not one time in the whole movie.
Nope, he's just gonna sit there. Like, what if you go on vacation and you leave the buddy dog? I'm like, he's just gonna sit in the house, like staring at the door for like a week, like a dog. I guess, like, there's got to be that. So some of those points, they were a little like, okay, we know it's not gonna be something that just stays on forever. But how he learned from watching the boy and seeing his reaction to things, because he wanted to be his friend. That's what he's there for, to be his friend to the end. So when he's looking at, when he's watching him react to his stepdad and seeing how much he hates his stepdad, or the cat that scratched him that he can't stand, like his whole mission is, okay, I got to eliminate that thing. That's a threat to my friendship, and I got to delete them, because they hurt my friend. So he wasn't looking to talk to them. He was looking to end them, and that's exactly what he did. Poor cat. Poor cat got it a couple times. Slamming the cat.
That was a good move too. I mean, Nick Fury lost his eye like that, so yeah,
you're right. And it looked like the cat. It looked like the cat that got Nick Fury too. So you never know. But the way he got the stepdad was pretty bad. I was like, as soon as I saw him get on that ladder, I'm like, yeah, it ain't gonna end well for you, bro. And stop leaving power tools stuff all around your house. There's a hard move. Go put it in your chair. People steal stuff. I don't be leaving a lawnmower out there at the middle of the night. No weed eater or nothing. All that stuff is up in the shed. So he just out there, just got all his equipment on the ground. Of course he gonna die. And Chucky takes care of him really quick. Takes his head and sends it and puts it on the boy's desk like it's a prize. I was too through with that. I'm like, and that was the first point. Like, get rid of the doll then. Really? I gotta get the bat again. Get right, Chucky. You're right. Anyway, so back to where I finished up on my side. I was kind of just like talking about the ending was like epic with him getting in all the different buddy dolls and the killing everybody with the drones. Like, that was a really good climax of the movie. So I thought they brought it full circle with the beginning, middle, and end. And it kept you kind of on your toes the whole way. So I felt the movie was really good in that particular. I mean, not the best movie I've ever seen, but it was entertaining. So I got what I wanted. I got some gore that was entertaining. And it wasn't that scary, but it was funny. I enjoyed myself. So what about you?
I feel exactly the same way, man. And the main thing I thought after coming out of that movie is like, man, this was a really fun movie. Like, I laughed at some points. The scene where Andy, the little boy, gave the gave the lady the decapitated head was hilarious. I, who haven't
Yeah,
seen the movie? Hold on, what? No, for real,
yeah.
because he the head was gift wrapped, so they wrapped it back up, and then the mom was like, "Oh, let's go ahead and give it."
He
Yeah,
gives. He's like, don't open it until my birthday. And
right. We can open it together. Like, really? It's hilarious too because him and the other kids are obviously so like making up stuff as they go. Like, come on, mom, come on, be sharper than that. You should have said, "What's going on here?" You know, because they're like. But that whole scene was hilarious. And then the first death, the not stepdad, the boyfriend. That was so creative. I really liked how they did that because what they did was they had him holding the lawnmower with one hand. And then
yeah.
Chucky was standing on top of him about to stab him. So then when he went to stop Chucky from stabbing him, the lawnmower ran him over. I was like, that was really creative. Like, that was really cool how you did that. And then Chucky put his face on. Oh my gosh. But I love that scene, and I love the fact that he secretly had a family on the side that really made you like really hate him even more than you already did because he's over there cheating on his wife. You know.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I like the fact that at the very end of the movie, they weren't playing with Chucky, bro. They were not playing with Chucky. They beat that mug with everything they had. I swear they were dropping elbow drops on them.
And they burned them up. They disintegrated them. Everything. Everything was taken out.
I like the fact that the boy, again, Andy, he had a hearing aid, and it wasn't a plot device, and it also wasn't a weakness. You know, it was just he just had a hearing aid. It's just. You know, like, yeah, Chucky could talk into it directly, but it's not like he took over his brain or something like that. It's just like, yeah, some people just can't hear well. Like, that was cool to me. You know what I mean? The whole scene at the store, like everything at that part was great because before the store, it was starting to go downhill a little bit. Like everything was up until you got to the point where he killed the boyfriend, and then the deaths after that were kind of like, these deaths are not really that great. I was like, this movie is going downhill from here. But once he got to the store, and he was bringing the bear robots to life, and the drones were killing people, and he hung Andy's mom. Like, oh my gosh! Like,
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
yes.
He was up there. I thought she was gone. I was like, yeah, she better be out, bro. She can't live forever. And then real quick, that was a long drop, bro. Like they should have broke some bones from that drop. Like she looked like she was up. I mean, pretty high, up in the air. I mean, so she falls on concrete, something pop out.
You know what I'm saying?
So.
I mean, I can't even miss the last step going down my stairs. If I twist the ankle, oh boy. There were some things I didn't like about it. Like again, like the cop's mom's death, like getting killed in the automated car. Like it took too long. It was kind of weak. You know, like if you're gonna do that, like I would expect to see the car flip over or the car catch on fire, you know, or something like that. It was just he turned around a little bit and he jumped in the car and stabbed him.
I thought for sure that car was about to get like on like a train track or something, or some type of bus was like just on like Final Destination type thing. Like you see her getting out the car and then like bow, like she gets destroyed by something.
Exactly.
Like I would have thought something like that would have happened. Like, oh my gosh.
Right.
Yeah, it was like, oh, that was weird. They killed. About that.
Chuck, you and I talked about it, so we're bringing it back. It's been a long time since I've done this, but that don't make no sense. All right, the biggest that don't make no sense thing in this whole movie was how the fat dude died, or how he was tied up to the railing over top of a 10-inch saw. Yeah. He died because he fell on a 10-inch saw. Like, did you fall on your neck? I mean. Oh, you can't swing at all.
You can't like, push off and like kind of hop a little bit up in the air. This guy's true. Oh, it's Tayshawn asked, "Have we seen Annabelle?" No, I'm scared of Annabelle.
Yeah, Chucky won't let us see anything with little girls. You know, he ain't trying to let us do that. So,
the Ring has scarred me for my life.
Yeah, but I mean, this dude. I mean, even if he fell straight down, like on his legs, that still shouldn't have killed him. It just would have hurt his leg.
Yeah.
There's no way, like, a grown man, like, he's probably what, 5'6", 5'7", to, you know, almost 300 pounds, fell on a 10-inch saw on his legs and it killed him. Man, get out of here. That was dumb. That didn't make no sense.
No,
and just like in every horror movie, other than in Brightburn, there were some dumb mistakes that were made. Like killing the cat, okay, that should have been enough to let you know, cut the doll off, throw it away, take it back, do something. Dolls should not be killing animals. That should be the first sign, okay? If that wasn't enough for you, when he walked in the room and was like, "Are we having fun?"
Yeah, I'm like, he trying to go kill the fat boy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
that was... Why?
Like, yes, they just, like,
no. I would return that real quick. And first of all, they didn't pay for the doll, so they would have got, what about, what, like $500 back for that? I'm like, yeah, let me go get a cash refund real quick. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, go buy me a PlayStation or something.
I mean, bro, if I bought a TV and I pull out the remote control and it doesn't work, I'm just taking the remote control back. Yeah. The remote control hadn't killed nobody. It killed a cat. No animals are in danger. No humans are in danger. It is not working. I'm taking it back. So there's no excuse for Chucky being around that long in this movie.
Definitely.
And the last thing, the premise of the movie was a little shaky. You know, the fact that one guy decided to turn off the protocols for one doll, and that was enough for all of that to happen. Like, yeah, it seems like Caslin gonna have a whole lot more problems if that's all it takes.
Yeah, all it takes. Like, nobody's checking after him. Nobody's doing no final checks on these dolls. I mean, it should have had like a 10-stage, like, whole process. Like, they even tested the doll to make sure it works right. I mean, that's too much technology just to say, oh, I'll just turn the button off and now I can go. I took it off of demo mode. Now I can go kill everybody. Like,
yeah,
that's
when is
a
it
lawsuit right now.
Kill mode. I did like, I forgot to mention this part. I did like the fact that they put a twist on it, and it was really the kid's fault that they got him started. You know, like the kid, like Andy was like teaching him, like, look scary like this. You know, teaching them how to make faces, and I want you to scare my stepdad. Like, they were like, and getting them to watch the horror movies and not kind of, that would have been fine. Let's say if he watched the horror movies, they could have just told him, Chucky, like, okay, this is not what you do. You know, like, but they were the ones that kind of sent him on that path. And I thought that was pretty creative in how they did that. Other than that, man, other than those small things, I really like this movie. I think it's an enjoyable use of your time. It's kind of like Shaft to me last week. I think these are back to back, where Shaft was like, I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but I was thoroughly impressed and I had a great time with that movie. It wasn't the greatest movie ever, but I think it has a lot of longevity. I think it's something that you can sit down and watch at any point. And I think this is very similar to that. I think more people should give it a chance because I think they'll enjoy it. Any other thoughts on that, sir?
No, I think I'm all good for this one.
All right. Well, then, as usual, if you like what we did, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you watch both of these videos since Charlie's camera dropped.
Not my fault, it was yours.
my phone. That was your phone.
Okay. Everybody else was on. You just got taken away.
This phone is going back then. I'm not waiting for it to wake. I'm not waiting for the phone to wake me up sitting in my face tonight. Of course, leave a comment here on Facebook and on YouTube. And as usual, you got to subscribe. This is Color Commentary, where we give you views for... This is for Tupac.
Stop acting up, Tyrone.
Peace.
One Saturday morning.